case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for.
The Supreme Court was faced with a fascinating legal question back in 1994, during the case of MCI Telecommunications Corp. v. American Telephone and Telegraph Company. Can an agency's construction of a statute persist even if it fails to align with the statute itself? This question revolved around a thorny issue of telecommunications tariff filing. At the heart of the case was the Communications Act, which mandated common carriers in the communication industry to file tariffs with the FCC as a way of thwarting price fixing by AT&T, the dominant player in the industry. But as competition began to surge, the FCC deemed it prudent to make tariff filing optional for carriers with a non-dominant market share. Consequently, this left AT&T as the only player required to file tariffs. Feeling unjustly treated, AT&T decided to challenge this decision in the Court of Appeals. AT&T's appeal bore fruit, with the Court of Appeals ruling that the FCC didn't possess the authority to exempt non-dominant carriers from the tariff filing requirement. But the battle was not over yet, leading the case to reach the hallowed halls of the Supreme Court for a deepened scrutiny. The scales of justice eventually tilted against the FCC in the Supreme Court, with a verdict that unanimously deemed their interpretation of modify in the Communications Act as invalid. Court employed a two-step Chevron analysis, which led them to interpret Congress's intention behind the word modify to mean a minor alteration. The court reasoned that by making tariff filing optional, the FCC had undertaken more than just a minor alteration, an action that was not within the bounds of the modify provision in the Communications Act. Intriguingly enough, this case demonstrated that the meaning of a single word could have profound implications on legislation and its concomitant enforcement.
Case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for. Visit lsd.law, elevate your mind. Leave the stress of class.